What if one trade war changed the entire global economy? Not with bombs, not with tanks, but with tariffs, technology, and power. For decades, the United States and China depended on each other. America bought, China manufactured. But then one man decided the relationship had become dangerous. That man was Donald Trump. And what followed became one of the most important economic conflicts in modern history. This wasn't just about money. It was about who controls the future of the world. Tonight, we break down the economic war between America and China and how it changed everything.
To understand the war, you first need to understand China's rise. For years, American companies moved factories overseas. Why? Cheap labor, fast production, massive profits. China became the factory of the world. iPhones, clothes, electronics, cars. Everything was made there. And while American consumers enjoyed lower prices, China became richer and stronger. Its economy exploded. Cities transformed overnight. Skyscrapers replaced villages. Millions escaped poverty. But there was a hidden cost. America slowly lost manufacturing jobs. Entire towns collapsed. Factories shut down. Workers felt abandoned. And then came Trump.
During his campaign, Trump made one thing very clear. He blamed China for America's economic decline. He accused China of unfair trade, currency manipulation, intellectual property theft, and destroying American manufacturing. Most politicians talked carefully. Trump didn't. He attacked directly. And millions of Americans agreed with him, especially workers in industrial states. To them, Trump sounded different. Not polished, not diplomatic, but aggressive. He promised tariffs. He promised economic revenge. And once he entered the White House, he started the fight. In 2018, Trump launched tariffs on Chinese goods. Hundreds of billions of dollars worth. A tariff is basically a tax on imports. The goal? Make Chinese products more expensive. Trump believed this would force companies back to America, punish China, and protect American industries. But China didn't stay silent. Beijing responded with tariffs of its own. Soybeans, agriculture, American exports. The world watched as the two biggest economies on Earth attacked each other economically. Markets became unstable. Investors panicked. Companies suddenly faced uncertainty everywhere. And then something bigger happened. The trade war evolved into a technology war. Trump's administration believed China wasn't just competing economically, it was competing technologically. And whoever controls technology controls the future. The biggest target became Chinese tech companies, especially Huawei. American officials feared China could dominate 5G networks, artificial intelligence, semiconductors, surveillance systems. The US imposed restrictions. Chip exports were blocked. Technology partnerships were cut. Suddenly, this wasn't only about trade anymore. It became a battle for technological supremacy, a digital Cold War, and the entire world was forced to choose sides.
The economic war didn't stay between America and China. It spread globally. Supply chains became unstable. Companies started leaving China. Factories moved to Vietnam, India, Mexico, Southeast Asia. Businesses realized something dangerous. Depending too heavily on one country was risky. The world economy began splitting into two systems, one influenced by America, one influenced by China. Even allies were pressured to choose. At the same time, inflation fears increased. Prices rose. Consumers paid more, and companies struggled to adapt. But despite the chaos, Trump's supporters believed the fight was necessary. Because for them, this wasn't just economics, it was survival.
So, who actually won the economic war? The answer is complicated. China's economy slowed in some areas. American companies reconsidered supply chains. Manufacturing discussions returned to Washington. But tariffs also hurt American businesses and consumers. Some industries suffered heavily. Farmers needed government support. Markets experienced volatility. And China adapted faster than many expected. Instead of collapsing, China accelerated efforts to become independent, especially in technology, semiconductors, AI, electric vehicles. The economic war forced both countries to prepare for a future where cooperation could no longer be trusted. And that may be the biggest consequence of all.
Many experts now believe the world has entered a new Cold War. Not communist versus capitalist, but America versus China. This time, the battlefield isn't nuclear weapons, it's AI, chips, energy, manufacturing, data, and global influence. Trump helped accelerate this transformation. He changed how America viewed China forever. Even future presidents continued many of the same policies. Because once economic trust is broken, it's hard to rebuild.
The economic war between America and China is still unfolding, and its effects may shape the next century. Prices, technology, jobs, power, everything is connected. Whether you support Trump or not, one thing is impossible to deny. He changed the relationship between the world's two biggest superpowers. And once that conflict began, the global economy was never the same again.
Subscribe for more business and geopolitical documentaries.